we need to review this equipment. And the question then must be asked, why is the national government interfering with health, which is a county government function? Why is the national government continuing with, unconstitutional agreements where they are forcing county governments like Tana River county governments to pay for services and equipment that we are not benefiting from? Mr. Speaker, these equipment, they have broken down, but the county government is still being forced to pay. Mr. Speaker, I want to support this statement and urge that when the Committee for Health sits down to engage, they should also invite all of us who are affected so that we can give them more information to deal with this matter effectively. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Ledama Olekina.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to comment on two statements. One, the statement by the distinguished senator from Mombasa, Senator Faki. Mr. Speaker, this Senate has got one critical function, is to defend our counties and their interests. This picture, which has been displayed here by Senator Faki about the health facilities in Mombasa, is the same across the country. I think it's imperative that we really become serious in pushing for at least these county governments to just focus on delivering one service, just healthcare. Mr. Speaker, as I comment on this statement, because of my short time, I'll be remiss not to comment on the statement by Senator Hamida on the medical equipment scheme. In the last parliament, we had medical equipment scheme. We had a huge scandal. All these equipments which are being leased, and then the hospital have got no drugs. Those hospitals that have got equipment, they are dilapidated equipment. Seriously, I think we just need to be serious. And I concur with the distinguished senator from Tana River and say that when the Committee of Health, which I'm happy to be part of the member, will be investigating this matter, we should open up to all the members so that we can actually be able to go across all the 47 counties. Today, I even want to propose that we stop all the budgets of flying out of the country for anything else. We concentrate this year on going to all the 47 counties. We look at the health facilities, and we take our governors to task. It is ridiculous. You heard what Senator Sifuna said. If now it is us during our oversight trips that we are required to buy gumboots for medical, for community health practitioners, what exactly are we talking about? And have you looked at the budget for SHA, Mr. Speaker? If only SHA is getting 25 billion shillings this year alone in the 2024-25 budget, and they cannot be able to support the communities, what exactly are we doing here? We are lying to yourself that we care about health facilities. In fact, people out there should start looking at these governors. Only vote for a governor who can deliver at least even one thing. Let them not say they are developing what? If they cannot be able to help you in your health care, basic welfare of citizens, then what exactly are we doing? So, Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to call upon all of us here. It's quite seldom that all of us are here and we really become invested in a matter that changes the life of our citizens. We are here, we are called honorable because we are given that opportunity by the citizens in our...
Senator Wakwali Wafula.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika. Ningependa kusisitiza hoja ambayo Mheshimiwa Faki ameweza kuibua hapa kuhusiana na hali ya afya katika kaunti ya Mombasa. Mheshimiwa Spika, hospitali ya Mombasa ina mapacha katika kaunti tofauti. Na mapacha hawa wanafanana kabisa, Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, tulizungumzia masuala ya matabibu wanaojitolea ambao hali yao ni ya kudhoofisha na kusononesha sana, Mheshimiwa Spika. Mheshimiwa Spika, kuna wahudumu wengine katika hospitali zetu ambao kwa wiki kadhaa sasa wamekuwa kwenye migomo, Mheshimiwa Spika. Kaunti ya Kisii, kaunti ya Bungoma, nimeona kaunti ya Nairobi wanafanya mazoezi, Mheshimiwa Spika, Mombasa. Maswali ni je, Mheshimiwa Spika, itakuwaje kaunti za humu nchini ikiwemo kaunti ya Bungoma kwa na mustakabali ama makubaliano ya urejesho wa kazi, kwamba kutakuwa na marupurupu ya kununua mavazi, kutakuwa na kupandishwa kwa hadhi ama madaraka kwa madaktari hawa kwa wakati unaostahili, lakini wanapouliza nafasi hizi ama makubaliano haya, wanatishwa mshahara kusimamishwa na wengine kazi kusimamishwa. Mheshimiwa Spika, Mheshimiwa Spika, wakati umefika magavana wajibike. Viongozi hawa, madaktari hawa wako kwenye migomo na magavana hawataji ama kuonyesha kwamba kuna shida katika kaunti zao. Mimi nashukuru Maulana Rabuka kwa kunipa nafasi kwa mmojawapo wa kamati ya afya katika jumba la Senate. Mheshimiwa Olekina na wengine tulivalia njuga swala hili. Tutembee katika kaunti hizi na tuwataje kwa majina na kuwaeleza kinagaubaga kabamnasi ya umma wale ambao kwa sasa wako katika nchi za ng'ambo, wanafanya utafiti na kuzuru miradi ya ng'ambo, ili hali kwao nyumbani ni aibu tele na haitupi sisi moyo kwamba wao ni magavana. Mheshimiwa Spika, baadhi ya hospitali zetu hazina madawa. Wamejenga hospitali gushi, majumba yasiyokuwa na matabibu na madaktari. Lakini cha muhimu, Mheshimiwa Spika, wanajenga vyumba
Senator Wafula, your time is up and you are actually not on the mic. Thank you for your contribution. Senator Boy Isa Juma.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika kunipa fursa hii na mimi niweze kuchangia hii mada ambayo imeletwa na Senator Mombasa, Senator Mohamed Faki. Mheshimiwa Spika, kusema la kweli, hospitali ya referral ya Coast General Hospital ni hospitali ambayo tunaitegemea sisi sana pande wa pwani. Ya kusikitisha Mheshimiwa Spika, hivi karibuni kama mwezi jana, kuna kijana mmoja mdogo ambaye na kama mwaka 2 au miaka 3 alizaliwa kule Kwale County. Huyo mtoto ni mvulana, lakini katika jinsia ya kiume pale, katika jinsia yake imeingia ndani sana, ikabidi awe referral aletwe Makadara. Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi mwenyewe binafsi nilikwenda nikamwona daktari mkuu Dr. Kandwala ambaye alinisaidia sana, akarifaa huyo mtoto kwa specialist wa watoto, lakini baadaye ikaangalia kwamba huyo mtoto imeshindikana pale Mombasa, hakuna daktari ambaye aweza kumfanyia ule upasuaji ule mtoto. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, hii hoja ambayo imeletwa na Mheshimiwa Faki hapa ni ya muhimu sana, kwa sababu kama Mombasa Coast General Hospital ni hospitali ambayo ina rifaa, yatakana iwe na madaktari ambao wamebobea, madaktari ambao wanaweza kutibu watu, na sio mgonjwa aletwe iwe hakuna madaktari. Upande mwingine ukiangalia madawa, pia utasikia madawa hakuna. Mheshimiwa Spika, hili ni jambo la kusikitisha sana, hasa hiyo kesi ya huyo mtoto. Mimi kama seneta wa jimbo la Kwale nitajaribu kadiri uwezo wangu, nikirudi safari hii nataka nihakikishe huyo mtoto nimlete Nairobi ili aweze kupata huduma ambayo itawezekana. Kwa hivyo naunga sana hoja hii ya Mheshimiwa Faki. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Spika.
Senator Karungu Thangwa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity to also comment on a few statements that have been raised by especially Senator from Mombasa on the issue of medical services and medical the treatments in the Mombasa hospital, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, it's not just Mombasa that is not giving proper medical facilities. It's across almost all counties, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this not only affects the patients, it also affects the nurses and the doctors who are working at those facilities, Mr. Speaker. But as a Senate, Mr. Speaker, we have been handed a golden opportunity. And a golden opportunity is coming up with the revenue sharing formula, Mr. Speaker, that will see that we give more money to the counties. And I would urge this House and urge the Budget Committee, Finance and Budget Committee, to introduce a parameter when they're doing the scrutinizing this report, to have a revenue sharing index that is based on health, Mr. Speaker. Why am I saying that? Mr. Speaker, you know health is universal. You cannot stop one person to go to a certain hospital. People leave their counties to go to other counties seeking for health services, Mr. Speaker. For example, Thika Level 5 Hospital in Kiambu, we get patients from all the way from Garissa who come to the hospitals, Mr. Speaker, from Machakos, from Muranga. So if we cannot use the health index when we are sharing money to the counties, Mr. Speaker, we will continue experiencing this issue of poor health facilities, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, remember some of these counties, or some of these people from these counties who visit these hospitals. They come from counties that are poorer, that have received more money because they use the poverty index, Mr. Speaker, on those counties. Yet, those counties are becoming poorer than before, Mr. Speaker. What I'm trying to say is we have been handed an opportunity to solve this issue by making sure that we give more money to counties that are giving proper medical services, Mr. Speaker. And lastly, on the statement by Hamida, it is very sad in Kiambu County, in a span of 4 months, we have lost 2 medical interns by way of suicide, Mr. Speaker. This shows that we need to interrogate Kiambu County government. We need to interrogate the Kiambu hospitals, because we have lost Francis Njuki from Thika Level 5 4 months ago.
Senator Karungo, your time is up, and they definitely have heard you. Senator Eddie Okech.
Thank you so much, Chair. You know, before I say anything, I think this being a last session, Chair, I think it's in order to wish our candidate as a country and as a nation, and of course, the president of this country, because he is going to be a voter in the Addis Ababa. We wish our candidate, Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, well in Addis Ababa. We have sent quite a good team there to give them moral support, but I wanted to make it clear to the country that any MP who's going there that I know of is self-sponsoring. These things are not sponsored by state. Even me, I have sponsored some MPs who do not have resources to go there. So it is self-sponsorship, it's not state-sponsored. Everyone is going there to support in their own capacity. Secondly, Mr. Speaker, on the issue of health statement by Senator Faki, I do really agree with this statement, and I hope that the committee will do a good work to help the county government think it through. But even as we do that, Mr. Speaker, I would want to emphasize that one of the biggest challenges that these big counties face, like Mombasa and Nairobi, is that they don't only serve their own native or indigenous populations. They tend to support a number of big populations from outside those counties. If you think about Mombasa, it's serving Kwale, it's serving Kilifi, it's serving Taita Taveta in terms of people who live in those areas, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, one thing that we must fight for is that the BPS right now is going to read to this House a 4.6 trillion budget. I would want us to see that we fight for more money to come to the devolved healthcare, because about 50 billion that counties get, even if they were to divide, they can barely just invest about 1 billion in healthcare. But then the national government still remains a lot of money when it comes to healthcare, only to deal with issues of policy and to deal with the 5 national referral hospitals. And this is something we must critically look at and make sure we allow counties to get more money. And I also want to inform my brother Chirargei that actually Kisii County is not doing bad, at least on this area. That I can tell you comfortably, that Kisii County has got a lot of challenges in terms of healthcare, in terms of placement of the little they get, because what we need, Mr. Speaker, I haven't even finished saying my point.